Hello everyone, welcome to My Math Teacher. In this video, I am going to teach you fundamentals of arithmetic. These are the simple concepts which we are going to learn will really help us to solve this exercise, which is 1.2. What is a prime number? A number which can be divided by 1 and the number itself is called as a prime number. Now, as we already know, 1 is neither prime nor composite. So, prime number starts from number 2. Number 2, when you divide this by 1, we will get the quotient as 2. Remainder is 0. When the same number 2, when you divide by 2, you will get the quotient as 1. 2 will be divided by 2, 1 again. So, we can see number 2 can be divided by 1, okay, and also by the number itself, by the same number, that is 2. So, this number is called as prime number. So, prime number 2 is a prime number. Next, number 3. We know that you can divide by 1, quotient will be 3. And when you divide by 3, quotient will be 1. Again, it's a prime number. Now, number 4. You can see when you divide by 1, it will be 4. Yes, you can again divide by, the quotient is 1. Again, 4 can be divided by 2 also. Okay, so 2 2s are 4. Here, 4 can be divided by 1, 4 and also by number 2. So, definitely this is not a prime number. Prime number should be divided by 1 and the number itself. So, it's called as composite number. So, 4 is a composite number. Now, let's see what's the next number. 5. 5 can be divided by 1 and 5 only. Next, 6. 6 can be divided by 1, 2, 3 and 6. So, it's a composite number. Next, we know 7 is a prime number. 8 is a composite number. 9 is a composite number. We can divide by 3 also. So, it goes on like this. Okay. Now, let us move on to the next topic, that is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So, here every composite number can be expressed as a product of prime. So, for example, let us take a number 14. Okay. Number 14. 14 can be divided by the prime number. So, let us start from 2. 2 we can divide. Again, divide by 7 because you can't divide by 3 and 5. So, 7 is the number. So, now you can see 14 can be written as 2 multiplied by 7. So, every composite number, this is the composite number. Okay, 14 is a composite number, can be expressed as the product of prime. You can see 2 and 7 are prime. It can be 14 can be written as 2 multiplied by 7, which are prime. Okay, let us take one more example, that is number 30. Okay, shall we divide this? 30 can be divided by 2, the first prime number. Answer is 15. When you divide, you can't divide by 2 again, so go for 3. 5, again divide by 5. It can be written as 2 into 3 into 5. You can see this is a composite number. Okay, that is composite number can be expressed as what? Product of prime numbers. You can see 2, 3, 5. All the 3 are prime here. 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 30. Okay, so that's the theorem. Every composite number can be expressed as the product of primes. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next topic. Highest common factor HCF, least common multiple LCM. So, these two topics which we have studied in our earlier classes, we are going to recall it again. Now, here what we are going to learn is, for any positive integers, for example, take any two integers a and b, the product of a and b is equal to HCF of number multiplied by LCM of number. We will check this with an example. I have taken this 6, 20 which is given in your textbook, 6, 20. For these two numbers, we are going to find HCF and LCM. So, first of all, take the number 6. Divide by the prime factors. So, let us start with number 2. we can see 3, 3 here 1. So 6 can be written as 2 multiplied by 3. Okay. Next, number 20. 20 divided by the prime factor. 2 starting with 2, 10, again go for 2, 5, 5, yes 1. 20 can be written as 2 into 5, which is 2 into 2 is 2 square multiplied by 5. Okay. Here the same 2 into 3. Okay. Now first we are going to find HCF, that is highest common factor. So look for the prime factor which should be common in both the numbers. Here 2 is present, here 2 is present. Okay. Now look for the power. The power here is 1, whereas here it is 2. So the highest common factor is always the least power. So go for common factor first and look for the least power. The least power is 1. So HCF is 2 power 1, that is 2. 2 power 1 is nothing but 2. So here you can see 3 is present, whereas it is not present here. The same way 5 is present here. So no common factors. You have to look for only the common factors, and the second important point is it should be least power. Okay. So HCF of these two numbers is 2. Now next we'll go for LCM. Okay. LCM is quite opposite. What are the factors here? Starting from 2, you can see 2 is present in both the numbers. So go for 2. Okay. You have to now choose the highest power. In LCM it is reverse. What is the highest power here? 1 and 2. Here it is 2 square. Okay. Multiplied by. Next, what are the factors present? Apart from 2 we have 3. Choose this. Multiply with the next factor. What is the factor? 5. Okay. So in simply LCM is product of the greatest power of each prime factor in this numbers. Okay. Now we will check what is the value of 2 square is 4. So 4 into 3 is 12. 12 5s are 60. So answer here is 60. Okay. Now LCM is 60. HCF is 2. Now we are going to multiply these two numbers. That should be equal to the HCF value multiplied by the LCM value. 6 multiplied by 20. It should be equal to HCF. What is the HCF of this number? 2. HCF is 2 multiplied by the LCM. What is the LCM? 60. Okay. This is HCF multiplied by LCM. These are the two numbers, A multiplied by B. Okay. Now multiply 6 2s are 12, which is 120. The same here 12, that is 120. So we can see that the product of two numbers is always equal to their respective HCF multiplied by the LCM. Okay. So now these are the concepts which are very simple and easy. Apart from this, I would like to mention to recall the divisibility rules which we have studied in 6th standards, because that rules we are going to apply in this exercise. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye. Keep practicing.